Welcome to today's intention. Today we're going to talk about the how we can improve our game, which is the first thing that we have to achieve. Because some people say, oh, the technique, oh, the tactic, oh, the physical thing, oh, the mental thing. I guess the first thing that we have to achieve is the physical thing. Because by your physical achievement, then you can achieve all the other things. Because when you are strong physically, you can think more clear, you can think more quiet, and when your mind is quiet, then it's possible to draw anything that you want. The problem is that we don't like to work with our physics that because that give you a lot of pain. But that pain is the most important thing, because that pain give you resistance, and that resistance give you more movement with a clear vision. And when you have a clear vision, then you are in calm to do whatever, to focus, to get in attention, to let it go. The problem is that normally you want always to skip the pain, the fatigue. Why? Because you cannot deal with the pain. But if you're not deal with the pain, then it's going to be difficult to be clear and to be with your mind set to do anything else. Remember that the game is to create the game, but to create the game, you have to be in calm. And to be calm, your physical has to be very higher, and your uh, ability to hold the pain also, because no one wants to hold the pain, because everyone doesn't have the ability to do that. And the weakness became by that. So if you want to improve your tennis, the first thing that you have to do, you have to be a machine physically, because they can give you more resistance, and that resistance can deal more, you can deal more with the pain. And when you deal more with the pain, then you have more movement. And if you have more movement, you are more closer to achieve the game. The technique doesn't do that, because you can do a movement, but if you cannot move and think clear, it's not gonna happen. So the door to set the game is the physical thing. You have to go every time in every lesson that you have, every time that you can play tennis, go for every ball, run for every ball, because this here is that you can improve. And the problem is that people, when they have the pain, they got the pain because they cannot move too much, because the fatigue is too high, and then they leave the process. And when you leave the process, you leave the improvement. But if you still running for every ball, if you do everything that you can by your physical movement, you are going to improve for sure. And your game also, because your mind is more clear, your mind is more set, more in calm. And when you're in calm, there is a possibility to make the game. The problem is that your mind is a chaos, because your ability to hold the pain is lower, because you don't want to hold the pain. You don't want to make resistance. You don't like it. Every time that you are in that place, you leave this process. But when you leave this process, you leave the game and the opportunity to be in the game. So the most important thing is not the technique. The most important thing is not how to play. The most important thing is the physical thing. If you are in shape, you are going to be clear, and you have the more possibilities to make the game because your mind is set, is calm. When it's calm, then you can think clear, then you can focus clear, then you can get intention clear because your body can hold that. But to do that, you have to practice that. You have to practice always resistance. And that resistance goes by pain. Pain is a way to be a good mindset to achieve the game. Mindset just is possible if your improvement in your physical thing is going up. If that is your physical thing going up, then you are going to be clear and the game is going to be more easier to play. Why? Because you have the ability to think clear, to be more in calm. And that can give you more opportunity to get more intention, to get more focus, to get more actions. So the most important thing is the physical thing. Don't leave it because then you improve your resistance, then you deal with the pain, and then you make the game. I hope you like this video and we'll see you soon.